Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Johnny SHREVE, BB Pro, Mr. Tell Like It Is. Today, guys, we are reviewing Fit Media Channel's top 5 exercises for building muscle, fixing common mistakes. I can't. These channels got 1.9 million. I'm over here trying to fix people's lives and shit. And we got these people putting out just complicated titles and then wrong information, and that just, well, whatever. Top 5 exercises for building muscle, fixing common mistakes. First thing we're gonna fix is the title. So we're gonna see if Fit Media Channel's got some good mistake fixing tips. Let's get into it. All right, let's see if I agree on some of these mistakes. Let's see if they align with some of the tips that have helped you avoid some of the mistakes. Whatever, let's go.
They're the most important exercises for muscle building, the foundations for bodybuilding. But many trainers mess up these exercises.
Trainers or the clients? You know what I'm saying? Because if your trainers mess up the exercises, then good luck to the damn clients. So,
risking injury, wasting effort. So in this video, we'll go through the 5 biggest compound movements, step by step, with correct form, fixing the most common mistakes, starting with deadlifts. Deadlifts are one of the most powerful exercises, not only for building muscle, but also for core and functionality. But it's a complicated exercise, because the deadlift uses all the muscles down the back of the body, from hamstrings and glutes.
All right, we gotta stop. It hurts my brain, number one. Before we even get into this, we scratched the surface. I'm gonna put up on the screen here the obvious number 1 mistake that I'm always trying to correct is, let's make sure we put some damn colors on the barbell to prevent what's happening in this video right now. One of the common mistakes is safety. Remember your setup? Your setup is gonna basically make and break your workout. The plate isn't even on here. Put the colors on the bar for safety. Let's keep going. Hey guys, before we continue with this video, I gotta make sure you guys are hydrated. You hydrated yet? Probably not. Check it out, I got answers for you. Guys, use my code Johnny10 for 10% off amino fast. What's amino fast? Guys, amino fast is gonna increase your overall performance, reduce muscle soreness, improve your hydration, and it's gonna prevent muscle cramps. And guess what? All our flavors taste amazing. So guys, again, use my code Johnny10 for 10% off your next order of amino fast right now. Okay, back to the show. Correct deadlift form, all right.
Your standard deadlift should go like this. Take the bar with hands slightly wider than the shoulders. Stand with the feet hip-width apart, toes under the bar. Lower the weight to the floor, bar close to the shins, bringing the hips.
Okay, stop. Oh my God. Okay, so number 1, it's a good compound movement, as it being a compound movement. But as a bodybuilder, I'm a professional bodybuilder. Deadlifts help me zero when it comes to my overall physique. Deadlift shouldn't even be in your training program if you're trying to build muscle. Now, if it's there and you want it there and you're doing whatever hypertrophy stuff, it's fine. If you like doing it, do what you want to do. But when it comes to overall building muscle for a bodybuilder, it's not doing anything. Number 1 mistake, again, put colors on the damn barbell. I don't care if you're a professional powerlifter. I don't care, just for safety, put it on. How many gym fails you see when someone's doing this and it falls off the end or squatting or something dumb happens? 2, if you're gonna do deadlifts in your plan, don't start your deadlifts from the rack unless you're doing rack pulls. Start with it on the ground. And then you can walk up to the bar. Your feet a little bit outside or shoulder width apart, depending on how you naturally stand. You can do my little jump test, turn on the circle, jump up and down, and your feet will land where they naturally are. Get close to the bar. Are the bars gonna be on your shins or right over your shoelaces? And then when you're lowering yourself, you're gonna sit your butt back like you're trying to go to the bathroom in a dirty stall to help hinge. Shins aren't gonna move that far at all. Hands are gonna run down. Grab the bar outside of your shins, gripping the bar, engaging your lats, like someone's trying to tickle your armpits. Chest is gonna come up. Those arms are gonna get nice and long and tight while your chest is up, and then we come up. And then we go back down the same way we came up. Hips back and down. And then reload. Hey guys, want some exclusive content? Join my school community right now. We have weekly Q&As and my 3, 4, 5 day split, my training ebooks. My courses are all for free. So hit up my school community right now. Link description below. Back to the show. So let's just see what else we have. There's your tip right there. Here we go.
Shoulder blades pinned back.
We do not want our shoulder blades pinned back. We want to engage our lats, meaning when you're holding the bar, you're pushing your arms down. We don't want to pinch your shoulders, because we're pinching our shoulder blades. How are we going to have any movement when we're here? It's not pinching your shoulder blades, it's engaging your lats. Do that tickler armpit cue, and it'll be locked right in. That's your tip for deadlifts. Let's see if we got any more gems here.
Forward. Keeping the chest up.
Good cue, keep it up.
On each rep, let the bar touch the floor before you come up again. The key here is coordination, using the quads, hamstrings, glutes, and back muscles to create one powerful movement.
And then again, do not just put it back in the rack, leave it on the ground. Unload your plates, and then take your bar and put it back where you got it. That's how you do your deadlift. Let's go to the next exercise.
Next, pull-ups.
All right, let's do these pull-up techniques that...
Start with a dead hang, body relaxed. Pull the shoulder blades together. Pull the body up towards the bar. Chest high. Chin comes up just above the bar. Come down slowly with control.
So I like all of the cues. The only cue I'm not a fan of is the pinching your shoulder blades right away when you're doing pronated pull-ups. Basically, hands like this. Reason being is, we want to, I gotta take my shirt off. I have this feeling just talk to me. Let's get it on. Sorry. All right. I gotta give credit where credit's due. I like the cues. The only cue I'm not a fan of is a couple things. Number one, when we're doing pronated pull-ups, basically your hands are like this, your traditional pull-up. If I cue pinch my shoulder blades together, that's this. That is not activating your lats. The difference is this. So I'll let you guys see. Here's the difference. We want to activate our lats this way, right? My lats are engaged now, and then when I pull, they're engaged. If I retract my shoulder blades, that's not helping me pull. That's pulling me out of position and then using a lot more bicep, and that's actually hurting my shoulder. So pulling your shoulder blades together doesn't work when we're doing pronated pull-ups. Now, if we're doing supinated or neutral grip, in this position, yes, it helps, because the orientation of our arm when we're doing our pull does help when we're doing rows. It's basically like a high row. We do want to be in this position to do this when we're pulling, but we still want to be able to activate our lats from here, not pinch your shoulder blades, because it just pulls my shoulders this way and it takes away from my range of motion when I'm pulling up. I want my shoulder blades to move freely like this when I'm doing pull-ups. And if I'm doing pull-ups supinated or neutral, then I want my scaps to retract and pull together, and that'll help with this. Another cue for me is, that I'm not a fan of, is your chin coming up. Your chin coming up makes most people do this. And they try to reach their chin because they're like, oh, my chin's not up, I'm not doing a pull-up. Ah. He had the good cue was pulling your chest up. So lead the pull with your chest. From here, I want to lead the pull with my chest, and that keeps my shoulders going the right direction, my arms come to my side, and here you go. Even right here on about full range of motion, my chin won't come all the way up. So don't use your chin as a cue. Use pulling your chest as a cue to coming up.
Don't worry, you'll steadily build up to more reps over time. But don't be tempted to cheat on this exercise by using momentum. A common mistake is to let gravity take over on the way down. But there's more gains on the lowering part of the movement. The fix is to keep control both up and down. Another problem is hunching the shoulders. This takes the effort away from the lats.
And that hunching the shoulders is sometimes a result of the cue of getting your chin over the bar. Now, a couple of things I would like them to say in this is, yeah, it's a body weight movement that not everybody can do. So instead of just do as much as you can until you can do more, do some assisted. Do assisted first, whether using a band or just assisted machine, and then slowly work your way up in reps, and then slowly take away some of the help from the resistance or from the assisted machine. All in all, very good tips and cues on how to avoid some of those pull-up mistakes.
Many lifters end up just doing partial reps. But this is missing out on the most important parts of the movement: the stretch at the bottom and the squeeze at the top. Make sure you hit full range of motion, keeping the muscle engaged, controlling the movement through to the end of the set.
Very good.
Done correctly, your pull-up is one of the key compound exercises.
Now again, if you can't do a pull-up, guess what you do? Very easy, jump into the pull-downs. Get into the machine. If you can't do pull-ups, do machine work and then work away at the pull-ups.
Helping you build an impressive wide back.
Squats.
Next, squats. Squats are the foundation for your lower body workout.
They put on the collars on the squats. Good job. I like it. So far, so good. Let's go. Let's go.
Using the quads, as well as glutes and hamstrings.
Also everything else, but it's good. Correct form.
Should go like this.
All right, we
Come
got
up under the bar, taking the weight by resting the bar on the traps behind the neck. Back upright. Step back and plant the feet shoulder width apart.
All right. Let me get my my squat set up. Okay, first things first. I like how they got collars on the bar. What I don't like is their cue to put the bar on the traps. There's two places you can put the bar on your back. Number one, there's like the high bar, and then there's low bar. And everyone's gonna argue about where is actually high bar and where is actually low bar. And here's my definition of high bar. Do you have a, Just joking. Got my hair up and my hair's up.
One eternity later.
All right, high bar, a couple things. We don't want to put on the top of a traps like my man did. Reason why is because it's not stable up there. It's gonna ruin your entire lift. It's gonna be really hard for you to keep yourself in a good upright position. So number one, when we're doing our squat, here's your high bar, not here. Reason why you don't want it here is because where it's sitting on my neck, it freaking hurts. And what happens? Right away when I pick the bar up, I'm already like this. And then the lower I go, the harder it's gonna be for me to actually stay upright because it's sitting on a part of my neck that isn't stable. So if I have it on my neck like this, and I'm squatting, what's gonna happen? When I get down, it's gonna start doing this right away because my neck's hurting. It's like, ah, right? We wanna put it there. Where do you wanna put it? The bar's gonna go a couple ways. Here's a good way for me to put it. Right here. There's you wanna put it, there. It sits really nicely in a nice little shelf there. And then when you squat, you're in a good position, getting all the way down and squatting, and you can still stay upright. Really good here. And then coming up. Now, some people might have mobility issues or shoulder issues, like myself. Mobility is pretty good. My shoulders, it's a little funky. You might have to grip a little wider. But you definitely don't want to have the bar sitting on the top of your traps.
Step back and plant the feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing slightly out. Take a deep breath and hold the breath. Engage the core to create a stronger frame to support the movement.
Yes.
Come down slowly, as if you're about to sit down. Back straight, chest up. Knees coming out over the toes.
Those are all good cues, but again, if someone's watched this video, they're watching the copying, what happens? They go into the rack, they put the bar on the top of the traps, they walk back. There are no safety racks, so for anybody watching, you need to put on that. You need to have this. That is going to keep you safe. How many videos do we see this year? People really hurting themselves in a squat rack. I think there's a massive compilation of those. Safety first. Safety in your setup will keep you continually in the gym. No safety in the setup will get your ass injured and then you're not in the gym anymore.
Come down till the thighs are parallel to the ground. Push up through the heels, chest up. When you get to the top,
no, don't push through the heels. Some cues are good, I'm gonna give credit where credit's due, but when it comes to squatting, number one, we don't wanna push through the heels. Cues like put the bar on your back and push through the heels puts us off balance. You don't wanna push just through the heels, you wanna have an equal amount of tension or pressure coming through the entire foot. Your heel, and think heel, pinky toe, and big toe. That little trifecta, whatever you want to call it, is on the ground, keeping everything based. You don't want your toes come off like this, because again, cueing the heels is just gonna make your toes come off and get you unbalanced. So make sure that you're gripping with your toes and pushing through your entire foot, including your heel. Now, on the way down, do you have to come below parallel or whatever it is? You go down as low as you can go, as you can right now, and then eventually work on your mobility, you can get lower and lower. Yes, when you squat, you wanna get to a place of full range of motion because we wanna get the glutes working as much as we can and the quads. Hamstrings aren't gonna have that much of a deal in this exercise because the orientation of how it's placed on a leg, and in this exercise, they don't really have that much tension coming on the way down. So when you do squat, again, here's your squat form or setup. We've checked, are we safe? We got safety racks or not? No, we don't. Oh, okay, put them on. Good clank, we got them on. Cool, we get the bar, with the bar up, we put some weights on, we go over the side, we got the safety collars, we got them on. Cool, we put the safety collars on. Perfect, all right. Now for some people who have pretty bad ankle flexion, we're gonna raise the heels up a bit, maybe using a little 5-pound plate, nothing that much higher, or even some of these little cool wedges you can get on Amazon. You're gonna put your feet where they need to be already, so you have them already set up. So when you walk yourself back, you're not trying to fumble around and find out where they are. Now we're gonna grab our bar and make sure our hands are evenly across, so when we go under the bar, we're even on both sides. So we go like this and like this. We're looking right down the middle here, and we're coming underneath, putting the bar at the bottom of our traps, right to the top of our rear delts. Chest is gonna go up, we're gonna stand up, and we're gonna walk a couple steps back to our wedges, and then from here, chest up, tight core, breath in, and then knees gonna go over the toes, butt's gonna go back, slowly going down, and then go as low as you can from here, and then coming all the way up. Controlling the weight down, and then pushing all the way up. And then walking back and racking it. There is your squat cues to avoid some of those squat mistakes. Next, shoulder press.
to shoulders now with dumbbell shoulder press. A pushing movement, working the delt muscles of the shoulder. But many trainers still make mistakes, throwing away their gains.
This is for trainers or for like anybody? Trainers are making mistakes.
Your shoulder press should go like this. For the seated version, bring the dumbbells up, level with the shoulders, palms facing forward. Raise the dumbbells towards the ceiling. But don't completely lock out. Keep the weight moving, coming slowly down again. Pretty straightforward, right?
So they are right, few things. Getting the weight up, Sitting back, playing your feet, head back, and then pressing yes to the ceiling. But on the way down, we want to make sure that the weight comes all the way down to get a nice stretch in the shoulder. Not to here, because you're missing out. Here, not here, here. Lower it right to your shoulders. Almost like if you want to even tap the shoulders slightly with the dumbbells. That could be your indicator of where to go. There's your landmark for range of motion. And make sure we're not overly spread apart like this. A slight 45-degree angle on our shoulders here will keep your shoulders in a nice position and keep you comfortable. Pressing on the way up and coming down slowly to the point where it's almost touching, or maybe even just touching slightly, and then going back up. There's your range of motion. Again, using too much weight definitely is a common mistake. And pushing, because I think shoulder is one of those exercises that you don't have to use so much weight. We can just exhaust the muscle through good range of motion, good technique, and just a weight that you can just exhaust the muscle. Pretty simple. Avoid overarching your back, and that's about it. So overall, pretty good cues for them. Again, range of motion is the biggest thing. Let's go to the next exercise.
A key exercise for adding mass to the pec muscles. Using triceps to support the movement. Another exercise where you can build up to heavy weights to add mass to the chest. But
so number one, let's just I'm a professional bodybuilder, and these are your top 5 exercises that are your key for bodybuilding. And it's no, they're not. Number one, deadlifts are not going to make or break your bodybuilding career. If anything, they're going to stunt it, because you're going to get yourself too much, and guess what? I'm paying for that right now. 2, pull-ups. Great exercise to do, 100%. That's on there for sure, but we can definitely do pull-downs. We want to do exercise that we're going to get the most we can out of hypertrophy. Most people can't do a bunch of pull-ups. So where you want to go, I would say doing pull-downs, or at least assisted. Squatting is not a make or break thing. It is a great exercise for sure to build your legs, but we can do that in a hack squat. We can do it in a belt squat. We can do leg press, lunges. These are not your absolute key exercises in bodybuilding. Shoulder press is really good as well too, but we're missing some other moves that we can do to just replace these that will give us a better overall outcome. Now, when it comes to the last exercise, and again, every time I see this channel doing something, they're demonstrating things, because again, most of us are visual learners. That's why we're on YouTube. We're not putting on YouTube and closing our eyes and be like, all right, Johnny, tell me what you're doing, man. And just closing your eyes is yeah, I can hear you with the cues. No, you're matching what I'm saying, my words, with what you're seeing. And this is a very monkey see, monkey do world where we're he looks good, I'm gonna do what he does. So when we come over here and we see the good trainer looks absolutely amazing, he's probably just finished a competition, because seems like what Fit Media Channel does, they get guys that just finished competing, they gotta look absolutely ridiculously amazing, which they do, gotta give credit where credit's due. And then you see the trainer come down, kick the weight up, press the weight, and everything looks great, and then they stop here. And they give you all the other mistakes that you shouldn't make, which are all good things to avoid. All the things they're saying about mistakes that you should not make, like flaring your elbows, using too much weight, arching your back too much, those are all great things to avoid. But things to avoid is missing the range of motion. And none of these exercises are really emphasizing a lot of the range of motion when it comes to the pressing. Number one, dumbbells are going to give us a greater range of motion to get a better stretch of the bottom to recruit more muscle, and we're missing that. 2, this exercise isn't as good as incline. So these are bodybuilding exercises. I want to build my chest. I'm using these exercises to create a great physique for bodybuilder, or just overall aesthetics. What do I want to do? Number one, I'm taking deadlifts out. I'm doing pull-ups. I'm doing pull-downs. I'm doing rows. I'm doing T-bar rows. All those things for back. Then I'm doing incline chest press, incline flies, 50-degree dumbbell press, Smith machine. I'm not really doing flat bench. Shoulder press, of course. I'm using other exercises as well too. Avoiding some of those cues, avoiding some of the mistakes in there is great. But when it comes to an all in all of exercise that we're using here, they're just kind of like not on the top of the priority list when it comes to great exercise that are actually gonna help build the overall great physique. I like some of the things they're telling you to avoid making mistakes, but all in all, we need to talk about range of motion and actually proper exercise actually give you the physique that you want. Anyway, all in all, I know I'm a little harsh in this channel, but it is a pretty good video. They're missing some things that are some pretty big things, like I said before. But again, guys, let's make sure that we're being safe, using safety racks, using the collars. Let's make sure you're getting full range of motion, lifting the weight we can actually control, and overall just picking better overall exercises to help create a better overall physique for you. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know, I'm a combo that tell it is transparent, vulnerable truth. And for coaching, JONNI.com. And guys, make sure you hit the description below for those discount codes and promo codes that save your life or change your life for the better. And guys, I'm on Instagram and TikTok. Send me your progress pics, your video clips, and your training pics. And I'll repost it for you because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, watch these bloopers and keep dream chasing. Peace. Top 5 exercises for building muscle, fixing common mistakes. What? Why is it named that? Is that what this actually, it's what it's called. Top 5 exercises for building muscle, fixing common mistakes. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're going to analyze Fit Media Channel's video, Top 5 Bodybuilding Exercises and Mistakes. That's what it's called, right? I'm like, I'm gonna fix the damn title. The first mistake, the title. That's the first. I got no chill. These mother. Tell it like it is. All right, do the end.
Last name ever, first name greatest, 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 greatest.